So good morning and welcome to the My Tarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory and chance to check in with the universe. So I hope everybody had that amazing weekend. My weekend was pretty good. I have absolutely no complaints. It got hot, and hot to me is not a bad thing. I actually like the summer. So, but I know that there's other areas and other people that don't, so stay cool. So, what are we doing here today? Listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. That's one thing. Then what else are we doing? We are going to check in with the universe. We are going to, as I like to say, the universe is going to actually hold up a mirror, asks us what do we see, and we'll use the tarot for that. And, I was thinking about what Maureen had said last week about using different decks. And it's funny, I get so wrapped up in just the few decks that I use that it's like, I have a lot of really cool different decks. And I just recently got this one, which is called the Daydream Tarot. And I have not even had a chance to use this yet, but it's very cool. So I thought I would use this morning. So thank you, Maureen, for pointing that out, because sometimes we get in that same routine, and as I say, there are no coincidences and everything's an omen, and this was a good reminder. It's like, hey, you should check out some different decks. So I just opened it. I had read online that when you shuffle, it takes about 7 times, scientifically it said, and we trust everything that's on the internet. Have to shuffle it about 7 times for it to be a complete random shuffle. So, which is our main goal in life here. So, I think I've shuffled these at least 7 times now. So, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. There's that light switch for me that says, all right, time to relax. Feet flat on the floor, butt doing the kitty dance. Check in with where the shoulders are. Make sure the neck is relaxed. And like I said, I always suggest that people find their light switch, whether it's lighting a candle or ringing a bell, something that says it's time that I'm going to go to a different place. So, and actually these are nice backs also, because on this one, because I don't like to know if something's reversed or not. I'm not doing reversals with this today, but I like it when the back is uniform so I can't tell if it's upright or not. I want nothing to interfere with my story as I go through. So, here we are. We have our 3 stacks again. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea, and if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path, this stack's a totally different path, and this conversation here is going to take us in a totally different direction. And I'm going to take the center stack today, or what I like to think of as being right at the heart. So, getting that extra breath in. Let's do our 3 and 1. Let's see what the universe has for us today. With an important cup of coffee. So, let's flip over the first card. Each one one at a time, like we're reading the pages of a book. And we start right off with the Fool. So what is the Fool? This could be a couple different things. Okay? With the Fool, it could be about being a free spirit, about letting things go, about just realizing, that we can just be almost childlike and things are going to happen one way or the other. That sometimes we have no control over it, so we let go of that control. Other times, the Fool is about being oblivious. I'm focusing so much on my little ball right here that I may not realize that I'm about to walk off a cliff. So, but let's see what the Fool is actually walking into. So, we are starting out this week with 2 majors. So out of 78 cards, 22 are majors, 23 are majors, counting the Fool. 22 are majors, yes. Boy, am I tired. And we're starting out of the 4. We have 2 majors. So here we have Temperance. And this is a beautiful card. And I'm going to have to read the book. I want to reflect on why they have it like this. But Temperance is about finding a balance. Temperance is when we are looking to have not too much, not too little. It's about making sure that we are in a good position, a good place, that we understand our feelings, again, about whatever the situation may be. The Fool may not understand what temperance is because the Fool is not thinking about life too much. So too much or too little is kind of not a concern for the Fool. Yeah, I'm going to have to read the book on this one. That's interesting. It's a beautiful picture. I love it when they look like they at least are not just computer generated. And then we come to the 4 of Swords. So, look at this guy. Swords are minor cards. Swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxieties. And when we get to 4 is like 4 legs on a table. So we're talking about stability. We're talking about, we get these ideas, we start moving forward, and then once we are relaxed and comfortable with the position we're going in, sometimes we get a chance to take a breath and reflect on where we're going in our numerology, whether we want to keep going forward to the 10, or should we kind of back up and go back to the 1. But 4 is a good place to just reflect on that. So, with this so far, we're talking about the Fool, and we are walking along, and the Fool is very trusting. The Fool just accepts that the universe is going to be okay. The main thing with the Fool is just learning temperance. It's great to be oblivious to the world around us, but we also need to recognize things out there where we do need balance. And so what we're seeing right here is just kind of like a balance between the Fool and Temperance. It's about allowing ourselves to enjoy what we're doing, but not overindulge. Enjoy what we're doing, but understanding what the balance should be. There is fun and action and all that stuff like that that has to be tempered with work, taking care of the basics and things like that. But if we can find that balance, that's where we do get that mental break. So we have our advice card here, but so far this is about allowing ourselves to be childlike, enjoy life, but realize that we're also adults and we have to do adulting. And by doing that and by finding that balance, we can take a rest. But I am going to flip over the advice card now, which is the 3 of Swords. I love this deck. So what is 3 of Swords? So in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck that we see, she's got the heart that's here, and that's what most people reflect on, and they say that it's about, relationships and things like that, matters of the heart. But if swords are the element of air, and swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and our anxieties, this is more like we look for our balance between the Fool, carefree, letting ourselves be childlike and enjoy things, and Temperance, where we're very serious about finding that balance, about making sure we don't have too much, too little, very much an adulting card. And the Three of Swords is reminding us that if we don't find that balance, twos are what? Ace is about seeds, new beginnings. Twos are about balance, isn't it? Because you have two things, you have choices to make, things like that. And what happens if we don't find that balance? And this is about putting on our thinking cap. It's not about how we feel. That's cups. Cups are saying, look inside, how do we feel? And Temperance is enough of a water card anyway. But swords are saying, yes, we take into consideration how we feel, but in this situation, we need to see things logically. We have our choice, and that third choice, which is that third sword, will determine our outcome. And as I always say with the Three of Swords, is that if we don't make a choice, something's going to throw that third sword in there and make a choice for us. So for today, as we are going along, I always say that we want to look for the magic in the ordinary. We want to enjoy our day. We want to let ourselves be childlike sometimes. But it's about finding that balance. And the goal in finding our balance is the Four of Swords. It's about finding that peace of mind that says, I'm okay with the world, at least for now. I mean, I'm nowhere near the end. I'm only at a 4. But at least I can take a breath. But it's also about remembering that this is not where we're stopping. This is a starting point for moving forward. So today, fix a point where it says, I'm going to try and enjoy life a little bit. I'm going to try and be carefree. With the understanding that maybe it's like, and I'm going to do this for 4 hours, and then I'm going to sit down and do my bills. I'm going to give myself that gift, and I'm going to do my bills. Because I'm going to find a Temperance. So today I'm going to take 10 minutes and do something I like, and then I'm going to allow myself to do my bills. And then imagine the peace of mind when we go to sleep tonight. And again, if we decide that I just want to sit here all day and I want to be the Fool, well, that's where we lose that balance and that third sword comes in. And then the anxiety kicks in. So, today, find yourself a chance to take a break. Enjoy yourself. Thank you again. And I will talk to you tomorrow.